Welcome to the Oxen Group Nightly. My name is David Ristow. I'm the CEO, President, and founder of the Oxen Group. Please check us out at www.theoxengroup.com for all your financial analysis and investment ideas needs. On tonight's Oxen Group Nightly, we're going to be talking about our market wrap-up for Tuesday, May 24th. We'll be looking at some of what happened in the market today, as well as some of the positions that we got into today and got out of in Fossil, SodaStream, some of our other current positions and exits. We'll also be looking at some of our updates on Georgia's Corner and as well as our extended value portfolio. And also, as always, we'll be giving you our forecast for the day coming and for the market coming up, as well as our disclaimer at the end of the video. Well, it was a decent day in the market. I thought it was actually some good things happened. I know that I think when we have these kind of tough times in the market, you can kind of bring down the level of what it will take for you to be a little bit more optimistic. And the market did flirt today with a rebound. And we finished down on the day, but I thought we saw some good things happen in the market today. A lot of the stocks that have been showing a lot of momentum and a lot of good support lately in the market and had pretty good days today. Some of those companies did. You had a pretty good round of earnings come out that really didn't get factored into the market very well. Some good upgrades, and then also we had the big news come out from Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley about oil. Basically they're changing their tune a little bit. Goldman Sachs especially saying now they're looking at oil and they're thinking it's probably gonna be a little bit more bullish than they thought it was going to be. They didn't say they're going to get overweight in energy stocks, but they do think that oil prices are going to be continuing to rise to 135, and you would guess that would probably mean more USO, more UCO for them, things like that. They think that it could rise to 135, and while that's not really bear or bullish for stocks, it was nice to. I think the thing that was good about what came out today was certainty. I think that's really the thing that's lacking in the market right now. Is there's just this like sense of I don't know what to do. I don't know. Are we going for a huge correction? Are we going to bounce higher and go to 14,000 like so many people expected us to do this year, like without even thinking about it? Or what's going to happen? I think it was good to just see somebody coming out making some certainty. While it's not a bullish call at all, it is just nice to see certainty in the market. And then that was coupled with a lot of uncertainty. European concerns, they seem to continue to just dwell and mount and continue to grow, and more things come to the forefront. We had Greek debt issues. Moody's saying that they would say that if they restructure their debt, it's a default, and they're going to drop their credit rating. They also looking at English banks as a possible downgrade there. You had the Spanish elections as the ruling party in Spain was ousted over the weekend. And then Italian debt is starting to actually become somewhat of concern again. And it just it seems like these worries never go away. Now, I think a lot of these worries are kind of priced into a lot of things. I think the strength in the dollar has priced it in. And I think as long as new worries don't develop, then the dollar actually might decline a bit. But I do think that you will see probably a big day where the dollar is going to really bounce up when we do get some sort of plan on Greece. And as long as the concerns continue to weigh, I don't think that they're going to have a direct impact on the market. I honestly think that the dollar has priced in a lot of this concern by this point in time. One of the, I guess, a good note was new home sales came in a little bit better than expected. 323,000 new home sales now expected to be sold this year. The consensus was 300K. Some estimates were as low as 280, 290K. So good to see them bounce back. You can see the tick up right here. That was definitely good to see. But you can see that it's just kind of chugging along this bottom. I wouldn't doubt that we get a tick back down next month. It kind of changes month to month. Nothing drastic happening. Nothing exciting. Overall, it was nice to see the number up. It's home prices are so. Home market is just so undervalued and so oversold. Any more the news is kind of I don't think it has that much of an impact on the market. I think really good news can have an impact on the market. This news was decent. It wasn't great. And yeah. But The market, tried to sustain some gains, could not today. Rose early on the weaker dollar, oil news, but the late drop as we sold off into the closes. No one wants to hold anything overnight on the buy side. However, we do. And we have picked up a couple positions today. We picked up a position in Fossil. We're down a little bit on this position, maybe about 0.75% right now. We got it in at 102.20 on the position, and I really like the stock a lot. I think that you are seeing a really good support line being built at $100 a barrel. $100 right now on valuation. Not a good day in the market, and Fossil performed pretty well, ticked up, and you got the 20-day moving average that's really quickly moving up, and it's gonna get a nice support on that 20-day moving average as well. And when that bounces above 100, this thing's gonna really start to take off. This is a stock that's ready to go. You see right here, this gap up. This was from earnings. You got the gap down. You covered the gap, and now it has to make a decision up or down. And I gotta say that I think the decision is gonna be up. A lot of the price targets, the mean price targets are around 130. Lowest one is at 100. Highest one is nearing 150. This is a stock that's not very fair valued right now. A lot of people think it has a lot of upside to it, and I think that you're going to see continued pretty strong buying. Had great strength coming out of it, and you've seen some pretty weak volume bringing it down, especially on the last 3 sessions. Not that great of volume entering the stock today, but again, you've got to think, why would anybody want to be buying when there's so much uncertainty? Now, the thing that I like about this stock is, again, as I said, the technicals are moving up, and they're going to cause this stock to make a decision up or down. And I think when we get to that point in time, we're going to see a little bit more certainty in the market, and I do like the stock to continue higher. We also did very well with the position SodaStream today. We had a 2% and a 3.25% gain on this one, and we bought it in the afternoon, late, kind of, I think around 2 o'clock. We kind of bought it on a speculation play. We thought we might get a little buzz after a CNBC special on them. We got the 2% there, and I thought maybe the trade might be dead at that point. I didn't think the trade was dead for the remainder. We only got out half the position because I like this position a lot. It has right on a breakout. It's ready to go to 60. But then the stock closed at 57.79, just took off in the last few minutes, and we were able to exit our next target, which was 57, which I did not think was going to fulfill. And you can see that this break today broke it above its high, set a new high for the stock, and I would venture to guess that we're going to see another big day out of the stock tomorrow. And we think maybe we're looking at 60 on our last part of that target. We're going to see what the price action is like tomorrow, how the market's performing. If it looks like it's going to be a big down day, we'll probably just take the gains off the table at the open. Otherwise, we took another exit on our Hans, that's Hansen's Natural Foods position at 69.90 for 1.5% gain. What a great stock that was. It's just held up so well during all this uncertainty, all this pullback, and this has been a good stock for us. Just a nice place to be in, a nice position to be in that makes you feel safe and secure, and you're going to get some nice gains out of it, and really going to be buying this one on any dips from now on, at least until this market decides if it wants to do something, go one way or the other. Took 75% off a short on CNU, Continue Healthcare, for a 0.75% gain. We did 2 quick technical trades today from what we call our $5 list. The second one, these were both 1/3 positions, nothing big. LIX didn't work out too well. Stopped out for 2.2% loss there. Continue Care could be a pretty big winner tomorrow. The stock has been in a really, really big downward trend. Hasn't had an update in, I think, 2 weeks. So no reason why we would expect it to really bounce back tomorrow. It hasn't shown strength on up days in the last couple weeks. And it continues to show pretty good selling pressure into the close today. Otherwise, Georgia's Corner, we haven't had any current positions in that in a while, simply because the lead analyst on that, Giorgio Ferreira, has been out of the country, but he is actually back today, and hopefully we'll be getting right back into some new positions as soon as possible. And then for the extended value portfolio, if you haven't checked it out yet, please check out our Chinese internet equity analytics release. just a little preview. 3 companies out of the 12 that we covered we always buy: Perfect World, Chengyu, and Sohu. And if you had gotten a hold of that release, you would have probably been, we would have recommended you buy Perfect World, and you would have been doing pretty well today as the stock rose 10% after earnings and a Goldman Sachs upgrade. Goldman Sachs following us into that position, it appears. And you can sign up for a free trial to access their report if you're not a member. For tomorrow, I think we're gonna. I don't know. I don't think anyone can call right now exactly what's going to happen. I really think it's going to be dependent on a few things. We had durable orders coming out tomorrow. I think if those are very good, that could add a little bit of catalyst. I think the market wants to get a rebound day, a nice big rebound day, just because I think there's so many technically undervalued stocks right now. We got a big round of earnings actually tomorrow and after hours today. We had Take-Two, we had CompuWare, we had Applied Materials after hours. Take-Two did much better than expectations. Haven't seen they stopped that stock. Haven't seen how the price action is in that, but I think it should be good. Tomorrow morning we got American Eagle, Costco, Ralph Lauren, Toll Brothers, so a couple retailers, a grocer and Costco, and then we got a home builder and Toll Brothers. Definitely can give a little insight into the consumer. And if those could be some good numbers, I think we could get a nice little rally going. I think if we can get a couple indicators just to help us push us over the edge, there really just hasn't been that story, that news that has been able to just say, okay, this is something we can really get going on. If we can get a large number of earnings and those economic numbers to be very positive, this could be a good thing for the market. That's going to do it for today. Visit us at www.theoxengroup.com. Email us anytime, call us, and please become part of our 70% plus accuracy in all trades.